Welcome to the channel.
Why did I think of that? I love that. I mean, I do feel like when finances are on track, there can be more romance. We welcome all, babe. We welcome all of y'all. Baby, when my money gone, it's gone. I don't even need to know where it went.
Hey you guys, welcome to the channel. So you're not gonna believe who I am with today. Hi. It's Tara. We came to do a little work date with my little free tokens that I got from before downtown. And I'm treating her to a coffee, but I'm gonna be looking through a lot of my comments, replying to those while I'm down here for these few hours, probably answering some comments right here on camera. So if you had a question in one of your comments, it's possible it might end up in this video, but for right now, let's go ahead and get off into the video.
Hey you guys, so I'm back in the coffee shop that I came to before called Daydreamer. It's a beautiful coffee shop, and this time I came with my friend Tara. We decided to have a co-working day today, and so I'm here filming a video while she's doing her work at her traditional job. It's kind of fun to have someone to actually work with. I posted a video recently talking about the pros and cons of cash budgeting, and the comment section, you guys, was lit. So today I'm doing something a little bit different. I grabbed myself a coffee, found a quiet little corner, and I'm just gonna chat through some of your thoughts. Some of them made me rethink my system, others just truly warmed my heart. But let's get into it and we'll talk all about it. Let's talk about the first comments that made me change my mind about my budgeting system. This first comment really got me thinking. It was from Lisa Deering 5960. Hey Lisa! Okay, so she said, so Lisa, take your clothing fund and buy an Amazon gift card, and that way it'll be on file when you want something. If you have to make a return, the money can be put back on the card.
Why did I think of that, Lisa?
She said, we started paying extra on our mortgage in May 22. I would give anything if I would have also started budgeting at the same time. I'm so glad I finally started, but we would be in so much better shape had I not waited until the end of 23. My pro is I haven't overdrawn my bank account because we pay everything with our credit card and pay it off weekly. I earn cash back on my credit card, so that's like an extra savings account. Go girl. No cons on my end. Budgeting is the best. I love to start it off with a bang. Thank you so much, Lisa, for commenting. So what Lisa's comment had me thinking about was actually getting an Amazon gift card. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. So I think I'm going to start budgeting to put a certain amount of money onto an Amazon gift card every single pay period. And that way, when I need to make a purchase, even if it's only $20, it will be already loaded and ready to go. It makes complete sense, and it's so easy, and it takes away the hassle of me having to pay on a credit card or on my debit card and then move the money back to the bank or back to the credit card payment. Way to go, Lisa. Thanks for the great suggestion. Another comment that kind of has the same kind of thought process is domestic messes. Okay. I love that name, but it is a tongue twister. Anyway, here's her comment. She said, love running errands with you. I have very few categories, but they have a limit on the amount they can have. And since cash budgeting, I've become more disciplined with spending. Agreed. Sometimes I do steal from categories, but that's another story. Me too. I plan my spending online. I will put it on my credit card, but make a plan so I keep the money in the account to pay it off. Eliminates big transactions, kind of like recycling. So that is another way to do it. If I didn't want to budget for the Amazon gift cards, then I can just leave that money in the bank knowing that I can put that on my credit cards, a certain limit. So maybe like leave an extra 100. So instead of my buffer being 500, my buffer is now 600. And that extra 100 I can use knowing that on my credit card, knowing that I would have the money immediately to pay and I wouldn't have to move money out of envelopes in order to move it around. So that's something else I'm thinking about. Yeah. You guys have some great ideas. Thank you so much, Domestic Messes. Another one that I've been thinking about is a comment from Bay Lover. And this is all about like restructuring the way that I do my cash budgeting. So let's read her comment. She said, great hanging out with you. I thought I was the only one that did it like you. If I have cash, I do my best not to use cards, but Amazon gets me all the time. Me too. If I do, there has to be enough in the bank buffer. If not, I can't get what I wanted. I love the envelopes and accountability. I do go to the bank only every 2 weeks. Only every 2 weeks. All of the transactions have to keep till I go to the bank. Now, out of this comment, I started thinking maybe I could try to cluster my banking. I don't know if you're a nurse, but they always tell you to cluster your care. It's like that. I'm going to try to cluster my banking and hold everything that I need to do until I only go like every other week instead of every week. The only thing is, towards the end of the month, I start getting quite a bit of pay periods all running back to back. And so I end up going to the bank multiple times. Now, I don't know if I have to do that, but I'm going to reevaluate and try to cluster the transactions that I need to do so that I don't have to go every single week. Okay, I got to call y'all right back. Somebody's in the area. I'll call y'all right back. Okay, I changed scenes now, but a couple of people said, starting with Jessica Paul, love the I'll call you right back. I have to be calling y'all back sometimes, and I'm so glad y'all be picking up the phone. Let's go ahead and move on to a couple of other comments that just really warmed my heart. First one's from Portia Lewis. She said, pros, taught to me by my mother, and about 4 years ago, Lisa made it super fun. Thanks, Portia. Con, life interruptions can cause me to get behind sometimes. That's understandable. I think it happens to all of us, whether or not we really want to admit it. All right, let's move on to the next. This one's from Malsha, 1961. She said, Salisa, I love this video. Thank you so much for sharing. I share the same pros and cons as you, but I will add that the main pro of cash budgeting for me is the relationship with my husband and I has really blossomed. I love that. We are always on the same page and we have mutual goals. The other main pro is that financially we can breathe. I used to wake up several times during the night to check my bank balance to make sure that nothing ever bounced, and now those days are over. Amen. Love this comment. I even said it in the comment reply. I was like, I love this, and I'm going to add it to my video because, I do feel like when finances are on track, there can be more romance. Okay, we're moving on to the next one. Angela Harkey, she said, hi, Salisa. My pro is being amazed at how much I save using the cash envelopes. It brings me so much joy. I think so too. When I count up my envelopes, I'd be so happy. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I saved so much. Sometimes it surprises me. Thanks, Angela. And the last one's from Tanya Belk. And she said, I feel exactly like you. It's so much fun. I was talking to my sister about it and told her it's a cross between making paper dolls and working at a bank. Which I did for 35 years. I also worked at a bank. Maybe that's why I love counting cash. It says, she didn't get it. I have a hard time. If I have the money in the house, I want to immediately play every game or stuff every envelope. That probably sounds crazy, but it's just the facts. I enjoy running around with you. Call me back. I'm holding the line. I told you I was going to call you back, girl. And you picked up. So yeah, no, I get it. It doesn't sound weird at all to me because I think people that are really into cash budgeting and playing games love to do all the games and stuff all the envelopes and see their envelopes grow. So yeah, it makes total sense to me. Now, a couple of people asked me just some regular questions and I wanted to squeeze some in. I couldn't get to all 224 comments, you guys. I tried to. And also I realized that there was a spammer out there pretending to be me, telling me to WhatsApp stuff to them or something. I would never ask you guys to WhatsApp, okay? If you're going to send me money, it's Cash App all the way. No, just kidding. I would never ask you guys in comments to send me money. If you've been here for a while, you'll know. But if you're new, let's just go ahead and put that out there. But anyway, a few of you had really good questions, and I wanted to answer some of those. So the first one's from Vicky Martin 3076, and she said, I know it's off the main topic, but what's your Dunkin' coffee order? Love watching your videos and in love with cash budgeting. It is fun and like a game for me too. Okay, so hold on. Let me pull up my Dunkin' order because y'all, I don't be remembering what's what. Let me get to it. Okay, my recent order was a medium cold with sweet cold foam. What? A medium iced coffee. No, wait. That's not true. Start over. Let's just start all the way over. We're going to start that over. Okay, my recent coffee order was a medium cold brew with sweet cold foam, 3 vanillas unsweetened, and 2 Splendas. It's here on the phone, and I can't even read it. What is going on? That's my order. And the next question I wanted to answer was from Cassie Hale 7420, and she said, I have not started with cash stuffing yet, but I am considering it. However, I have debt to pay off before cash stuffing. How can I address debt before beginning cash stuffing? Well, 2 things, Cassie. 1, I have a video that talks about debt snowball, and I'll link it up in the card so you can watch that video, which will help you about getting your debt snowball together. But number 2 is there's no reason to hold off on cash budgeting until you get to pay off your debt. People are incorporating their debt payments into their cash budgeting system as a regular set amount of a bill you could put your snowball amount in, or your minimum monthly payments. I'll link a video 1 about debt snowball and 2 about the beginning steps of cash budgeting, and you can reflect back to that, which ought to help you to see that debt is a part of your cash budgeting system. Like, you use cash for your expenses, but you still budget in your debt payments, and you pay those electronically when you get paid. So I hope that makes sense. Let me know in the comments if you understood. Okay, now I think I got all the comments that I wanted to talk, just like random questions, but I do have some people who gave some really strong cons, and I wanted to refer to those about the cons of their budgeting system and why they don't choose cash budgeting. Okay, so the first comment is Savvy Over 50, and she said, Hey Salisa, this was great. I hate pulling money out of the bank, especially since I bank online, but I also like playing the games as well. So she banks online, and there's a lot of people who budget online and don't want to pull cash out, and that's understandable, right? We all have to set up the preferences and the ways that work best for us. So thank you for sharing, Savvy Over 50. Next is from Ricky Smith. Hey Ricky, she said, great video. Almost went to the bank today too, so glad I realized it was closed before I left home. Unlike myself. Then she said, I sometimes get tired of cash stuffing and think about digital, but I'm not sure it would work without tracking. Yeah, that's the thing. Tracking has to be done, I think, if you're going to do digital envelopes. And a lot of people do digital, just as Savvy Over 50 was saying. But I think you have to track a little bit more than I'm ready for. So it's the reason why I don't do it. But I love that it works for so many, you know? The next one is Sacker A Mills 4850. And she said, the biggest issue for me is that I get paid monthly. So it's hard to do cash budget because sometimes life happens. I understand that. Like, I know a lot of my followers actually are monthly budgeters. Like, say you're on disability or Social Security, and you only get a check once a month. It's really hard to kind of like make a budget and plan and stick to it, because when things happen in the middle of the month, what do? I guess you would have to pull from your sinking funds or your cash envelopes at that point, or your emergency fund in order to budget for those, and then in the beginning of the month, start all over again. The problem is you only get one chance to get it right every month. So whereas all the other budget types have multiple pay periods to adjust and restructure what it is you need to do when unexpected expenses come up, when you're a monthly budgeter, you literally only have that one shot. So I totally understand, and that's a huge con. The next one is Budgeting Over 40, and she said, Hey Salisa, new subscriber to your channel. Well, welcome aboard the love train. Okay, and she said, I've watched a few of your videos and thought for sure I was already subscribed, but here I am. Thank you. I'm not a cash budgeter, but love this video. The reason I don't do cash budgeting is for most, if not all, the cons you mentioned. My number one reason, I lose track of my cash even though I meticulously track my spending. How about that? I think it's the change that throws me off. I appreciate you sharing and I love your content. Well, I appreciate you being here even if you're not a cash budgeter. We welcome all, babe. We welcome all of y'all. Yeah, no, I get it. Everybody doesn't like cash budgeting. I'm of the type that don't like tracking. So how you meticulously track, baby, when my money gone, it's gone. I don't even need to know where it went. All I know is I don't have no more until the next pay period. You feel me? Thanks for being here and thanks for watching, even though you don't cash budget, and for commenting and subscribing. I appreciate you. And the last comment of the day comes from Sophia Drummond 415. First of all, she said gas is $2.47 to $2.89 in Locust Grove, Georgia. Okay, I'm driving to Locust Grove because I don't live that far. I could come out there and get my gas. She said, I work in the area, but I live in Barnesville, Georgia. Hey, girl, hey, you a Georgia resident? She said, I love that you said, I'll call you back. Right. I'll call y'all back, okay? I'm going to call you back. Pick up the phone. My pro is budgeting, saving, and paying off debt consistently. My con is my husband not being on board. Girl, I can only imagine. He knows I've got money saved. Twice we'll have a conversation and he says he's on board. He wants to know how much I've got saved for different things. The next day, he needs money for various reasons. And my emergency fund is now gone. I don't have any close friends and don't have an accountability partner, but I am proud of the progress I've made so far. Girl, be proud of yourself. It's kind of hard when you have a spender in your family or your household that really wants to spend, especially when it's your partner. That's why I love the comment from Malsha who said that her and her husband, I think it was her husband. Yeah, that her and her husband have truly blossomed together in this journey. But there is a true con if you have a partner or a spouse that is not on the journey with you. It can make it hard for you to save. And once you do, I can see how they would want to spend it. Actually, I could be that partner if I wasn't budgeting, spending up all my man's money. But no, I'm not that girl, but I could see how that could happen. So that too could be a huge con, but it sounds like you're working through it and you should be proud of yourself. Okay, you guys. This video has been long enough and I'm going to close it out here. I truly wanted to thank you all for showing up and watching the video and also for commenting all of your pros and cons. There's plenty other of beautiful comments out there. I just haven't got to them all yet. If you didn't have a chance to watch the original video that was talking about the pros and cons of cash budgeting, I'll link that video in the cards as well. But for right now, I'm going to close the video here. I want to ask you to subscribe if you're not subscribed, like this video, and share it with someone else if you think they would enjoy. Don't forget, put this one single emoji right here if you made it all the way to the end, and you guys are the real ones. Thank you for giving me something to think about, something to be inspired by, and also to have a greater understanding as to why everyone would not want to do cash budgeting. This video reminded me how powerful it is for us to share our personal stories. Your comments weren't just replies, they were many life lessons. If you saw your comment in this video, thank you. And if you didn't get a chance to share your thoughts yet, drop it in the comments of this video and possibly we will talk about them the next time we sip coffee and talk money. All right, I think that's everything for today. I love you all. Thank you for being here. Take care.